This is a presentation for one lesson from my unit on factoring polynomials. This lesson will be the second lesson taught within the unit on 4 lessons of factoring. The learning objective for this lesson will consist of how to factor a trinomial with an a value of 1 or different than 1. Students should be able to construct an x that simplifies the factors of a polynomial and use it to factor the expression. The example I will go through in this short lesson is 5x squared minus 50x plus 105. Step 1 of factoring is to identify a GCF, or greatest common factor, and divide it out. The resulting polynomial will be 5, and then parentheses x squared minus 10x plus 21. Step 2 is to create an x and label it with a times c on the top and b on the bottom. Step 3 is to identify the two numbers that multiply to 21 and add to negative 10 and place them on the side of the x. Those values are negative 7 and negative 3. Step 4 is to divide the negative 7 and negative 3 by the a value of the polynomial and simplify the fractions if necessary. Step 5 is to write the factors in parentheses and include the GCF to complete the process of factoring. The final answer should be 5, x minus 7, x minus 3. Try one example on your own. Following the steps from the previous problem, identify a GCF, which is 2. Create the x and label the x with the correct values. Then identify the numbers that multiply to negative 12 and add to 1, which are negative 3 and 4. Then divide the negative 3 and 4 by 2 and simplify if needed. The number 4 divided by 2 simplifies to 2 over 1. Once the fractions are simplified, the polynomial can be written in factored form, which is 2, 2x minus 3, x plus 2. Let's try a real-world example now. Your task is to find the length and the width of the rectangle with the given area. The area is 3x squared minus 11x minus 4. You first determine that there is no GCF, so you go right into factoring. You create the x, and then you place the a times c value at the top of the x and the b value at the bottom of the x. Negative 12 goes on top and negative 11 goes on the bottom. You figure out that negative 12 and 1 multiply to negative 12 and add to negative 1. You now divide both of those values by 3, since that is the a value. You're able to simplify negative 12 and 3 to negative 4 over 1. Now that you have your values simplified, you can write them as factors, which give you 3x plus 1 and x minus 4. From this, you can determine that the length and the width are 3x plus 1 and x minus 4. As always, if you have any questions about the practice or any of these examples, please reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.